Well, it was a terrific event. We had a great turnout, great resonance. I think the first score that we saw was a little bit rough. I don't know how that one came up, but from my understanding, the HBO scores had it pretty clear for Triple G. I'm not sure. The main thing is he's still champion. He defended the titles. It sets up a terrific rematch. If Canelo wants a rematch, if he wants another crack at the titles, certainly sit down with Eric and Oscar to put that together. Gennady doesn't feel like it was a draw. He feels like he's the winner. He still feels like the champion, which he is, but he didn't think it was that close. So I'd like to turn it over. Abel, you want to say a few words on your behalf?
Sure. Thanks for this great turnout. We had the kind of fight that I thought we were going to have. I thought that one of the judges had her card filled out before she came to the fight. That's unfortunate that in Vegas they seem to go to different schools to learn how to judge a fight. But if Canelo wants a rematch, I'm sure that they'll put it together and we'll have another great one.
Then we can just open it up.
What the fuck is that noise? I have to turn up the audio. Somebody's got something else playing.
Gennady just wants to go into questions, so we can get some questions from the press. Well, that was the card I was referring to. I mean, you can make an argument. There were a few close rounds, but I don't know. I really couldn't make any argument at 118, 110. Like I said, my understanding was HBO on their scores had it pretty wide for Triple G. That's how I scored it. We give Canelo respect for his performance in the ring, but I think Gennady pressed the action on a continual basis, and I thought it was pretty clear for him. But like I said, the main thing is he kept his titles, and what else can you say?
Abel, the same question to you. The 118, 110 scorecard.
Like I said, I thought she had her card filled out before she got here, but I voiced the question prior to the fight when they were selecting the judges that I thought that she was so up and down with her scoring. One fight she looks good, and 3 or 4 fights she does terrible. I just think she needs to be reviewed. She can't be that bad, or she can't be that blind, I should say, that she can do that to so many fights.
Turn it up!
Okay, what I was, there we go.
There we go.
What I was saying is that I had some issues with her when they gave us the list of judges. I said that she was so up and down with fights. She had one good one and then she'd have 3 or 4 bad ones. I think she needs to be reviewed. I think she needs to go back to school and learn how to judge a fight.
Abel, even though Canelo at times stood and fought, I personally have never seen him move that much in a fight. Did that surprise you?
It did surprise me, but you can't win a fight going away and getting hit with jabs. And like I said, I don't know how they judge that aspect of it, but that's not boxing. He ran for most of the second part of the fight, and you can't win runs that way.
Abel, what part of the game plan worked, and what part did you have to adjust as the fight went on?
We did what we wanted. I think that the first couple rounds, like I said to everybody before the fight, the first 3 or 4 rounds were going to be difficult for both guys. and we were going to win going away, say by a couple, 3 points. I thought that's what we did. I thought we were busy with the jab. We were busy landing the bigger shots. Canelo lands sporadic shots while he was running away. Harold Letterman, who has nothing to do with either fighter, both fighters are HBO fighters, had it 8-4, which is what I had.
Hi guys, Michael Montero here. This is a question for Eric and Tom. Is there any plan to possibly investigate Judge Eilert or possibly seek a suspension, anything like that? Obviously, this was not a 10 rounds to 2 fight. This is a very close competitive fight, and that scorecard left a lot of fans who spent a lot of money on this fight feeling ripped off. Is there any plan to investigate that judge?
Well, from our side, we'll have a discussion with Bob Bennett from the Nevada Athletic Commission. He's the one that assigned Adelaide Bird. I'm not sure how far the protest is going to go, but we'll certainly have a discussion. We'll certainly have a discussion with him and see after he speaks to her, you know, what type of reasoning. Because I agree with you, Mike. I don't know how you can have 10 rounds of 2 the other way. It just doesn't really make sense. But you know, again, the main thing is he's still the champion. It could have been a lot worse up here. So he's still the champion, and if the fans, I think the fans are going to demand a rematch, and you know, we can always put that together and see who's, you know, who will assert themselves the second time around.
Gareth A. Davis from the Telegraph. Could I ask Gennady? I'm here, Gennady. Could I ask you?
Wait, hold one second. I'll actually answer you the question as well. Look, I'm open to either have a meeting with Tom and Bob Bennett. We can sit down with him and talk to him. I don't agree with that score either. I don't agree with it. But we'll sit down and you know, we're not the boxing commission. We're the promoters. And we have to let them, there's a process when this happens with the boxing commission, and we're going to be supportive. We'll sit down, we'll do whatever Tom wants. I have no problem with that.
Gareth A. Davis from the Telegraph. Gennady, congratulations on the most amazing fight tonight.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, and could you answer in Kazakh and have it translated? You've just had an amazing fight in what should have been the defining fight of your career, and most people believe you should have walked away with a victory. How does it make you feel when perhaps the judges have let down one of the greatest fights we've seen for a very long time?
This is terrible for sport, for boxing. You know, I'm a champion. This is the biggest fight for boxing. You know, if these judges, you know, like today, this is terrible. Unbelievable.
And presumably you do want to put the record straight and do it again?
Question for Abel.
He's just going to answer the second part of that question.
Yesterday you told me that if the commission didn't...
You know, I'm a fighter. I'm a boxer. You know, if second fight the same, you know, for me it's not my problem. You know, just I come into boxing. I come to ring. You know, it's not my job. My job only ring.
For Abel, you told me yesterday that if Bob Bennett didn't make Canelo trim his beard, that you would know what's coming with the judges. Did you feel that way going in?
No, he did trim his beard. It was a lot longer at the waist. He trimmed it up on top. But the judges, there's something that has to be done about the decisions here in Vegas like that. It's just unfair to the fighters.
Here's Bob Bennett from the Nevada Athletic Commission.
Hey guys. So, I have some numbers for you. Final attendance was 22,358, which is the biggest boxing event attended here in the T-Mobile Arena. 17,931 closed circuit seats. So, look, all around, obviously, it was a great fight. It was a great fight. It was a great event. It was a great fight. Congratulations. Beautiful fight. I mean, that's what the fans love. That's what the fans love. Why? It reminded me of a few of my fights when I was back in the day. Really good. So congratulations. A lot of people are not understanding 118, 110, just like myself. That's the bottom line. But I have to say that Bird, yes, is a competent judge. She's been doing lots of world titles for many years. But yes, 118, 110, okay, yes it is. And I can understand 115, 113 and the draw, 114, 114. I mean, personally, I had it 7-5 Canelo. And people can argue, it could have gone either way. Because it was such a great fight. I mean, that's the bottom line. I think this is probably one of the best fights we've seen in recent years. These guys fought their heart out. Gennady's a tremendous champion, and Canelo's a tremendous champion. You know, and everybody has their opinion, but that's what made it such a great fight. You know, and I mean, I do feel bad for Bird for taking a lot of heat now. 118, 110. That was pretty widespread, I have to admit. But look, this is boxing. She's, like I said, a very competent judge and has been judging for many years. And Las Vegas is one of the best commissions in the world. So I personally felt that boxing won today. I think boxing, it was a win for everyone. I think this is what the sport needed, a fight like this with Triple G and Canelo.